This happened about 5 years ago. I was just wrapping up my sophomore year of college, finally done with the brutal academic year. My three closest friends, Maya, Liam, and Noah, and I were ready to cash in our meager savings from campus jobs for a real summer kickoff. We decided to go big, a trip to Las Vegas. None of us had ever been. We were hunting for a place, something cheap, but cool enough for our big debut. Hotels were a bust, too small, too pricey. That's when we stumbled on the Airbnbs. We found this one listing. It was huge, maybe too big, but the price was unbelievable. 4 bedrooms, a pool, it felt like hitting the jackpot. Fast forward a couple of weeks and our Uber drops us off. The house was even more imposing in person, surrounded by high walls and dense landscaping. It felt private, secluded, which we loved. After the long flight, everyone was wiped. By about 9 p.m., Maya and Noah were already crashed out. Only Liam and I were still awake. The house felt oddly silent. To break the stillness, Liam suggested we take a walk and explore the neighborhood. We were on a cul-de-sac of what looked like million-dollar homes, so we figured it was perfectly safe. We walked for maybe 10 minutes before our street dead-ended into a much older, darker crossroad. It was an instant, unsettling shift. The streetlights flickered, and the houses were suddenly neglected. Peeling paint, overgrown weeds, broken fences. One house had this absolutely bizarre, ancient rocking chair sitting right in the middle of a barren front lawn. It was creepy, but we were too stubborn to turn back immediately. We kept walking, and that's when we saw it. A small, dark sedan, no headlights on, was coming slowly down the road towards us. We tensed up. As it got closer, it just stopped, right next to us. The window slid down, and there was this woman, maybe late 60s, with a fixed, unnerving smile. Her eyes were wide and strangely bright in the dim light. She leaned out, her head making this slow, unnatural twitch, and she said in a voice that was too sweet, too close, "You kids shouldn't be out here so late. You look lost, all alone." I mumbled a quick, "We're fine, thank you," trying to sound firm, but my heart was drumming against my ribs. She held that smile for a beat too long, then drove off. We practically sprinted away, agreeing to take the first turn back towards our lavish, safe-looking Airbnb. We were shaken, but just as we reached the end of our own driveway, the sedan appeared again. It had circled the block. It stopped dead in front of our house. And this time, she didn't say a word. She just stared. The smile was gone. Her face was blank, an absolute mask of chilling indifference. She was just watching us. Liam and I scrambled inside, fumbling with the keys, locking every bolt and chain we could find. As I slammed the heavy front door shut, I heard the faint sound of her engine idling, then finally pulling away. We were a wreck. We stayed up for hours, checking the windows, unable to shake the image of her face. The next morning, we told the others, and their faces went pale. We contacted the Airbnb owner, desperate to cut our trip short. He agreed, sensing our genuine fear. To escape the house, we spent our second day deep in the busy, loud heart of the city, trying desperately to pretend everything was normal. But as the sun went down, the anxiety returned. We ordered an Uber back, planning to just grab our stuff and pray we made it to the airport the next morning. Mid-ride, my phone buzzed. It was a text from the owner. The message simply read, "She came back. Is this her?" Attached was a screenshot. It was Ring doorbell footage. Right there, on our front porch, standing directly in front of the lens, was the old woman. She wasn't smiling. She wasn't staring, she was reaching for the handle. A strangled gasp escaped me. I shoved the phone at Liam. We immediately screamed for the driver to pull over. We ended up huddling in a hotel parking lot 2 blocks away, waiting for the owner to call the police. 45 minutes later, the owner called. The house was clear. The police had searched the perimeter, but they found no sign of the woman. She had vanished. We went back, packed our bags in absolute silence, and were out of that house and headed for the airport before the sun fully rose. We never found out who she was, what she wanted, or how she knew where to find us. I still think about her blank face and that reaching hand. If the owner hadn't had that camera, if we had stayed that third night, I don't know what we would have found when we woke up. It truly haunts me.